as yet another Scandinavian lines up at the top of the hill. This ex-ice racer, Nick Britton, standing in front of him, clears the way, opens up the course. The time to beat, 3 minutes 10.8, that's the aggregate time. The fastest downhill run remains that of Per Eklund, 1:36.8, and the very spectacular Henri Toivonen is after it now. Toivonen seems to manage to get the rear of a car further round than anybody else without actually completing the spin. Superb reflexes and car control. Now, it's how he gets round the Four Counties corner that he is approaching now that he's going to decide whether Henri Toivonen is going to be fastest downhill and on aggregate so far. He is fastest at the split, 45.5 seconds, faster than the previous fastest Per Eklund by a full second. Now, Toivonen was about 1.1 seconds slower than Tony Pond on the uphill run. So it's going to be very, very exciting. I have no doubt that unless Henri Toivonen makes a mistake from here on, which I very much doubt that he will do, he's going to be fastest downhill and fastest on aggregate. And there will then only be 2 drivers left to go. 1:35.2, that is an incredible 1.6 seconds inside Per Eklund's fastest downhill time of 1:36.8, and he's carved well over a second, in fact a second and a half off Eklund's aggregate, and the new leader is the man you're looking at on the right-hand side of the screen, the smiling Henri Toivonen. The target time now for the last 2 drivers becomes 3 minutes 8.3 seconds. And there's one of the 2 men that could win with Henri Toivonen. Russell Brooks with Pace Petroleum and Aston Martin chairman Victor Gauntlet sitting alongside him. He's about to have the thrill of his life, I suspect, notwithstanding the fact that he's a great Bentley driver, old Bentley driver, in competition himself, Victor Gauntlet. He's with the 1979 British champion, double Circuit of Ireland winner, the very gritty Russell Brooks, who drove for so many years for Ford, and then last year switched to Talbot, stayed there this year. 3rd in the Circuit of Ireland this year in this car, Russell Brooks. Now, it's the split time that's critical. 45.5 is the fastest. Henri Toivonen, the man who did it. Russell Brooks is well outside it. 7/10 of a second. And I would very much doubt, well that he is going, that Russell Brooks will be able in the second half of his downhill run to take time out of Henri Toivonen. But my goodness, he's going very, very quickly indeed on this section. Beautiful car control. Watch the near side wheel hopping as it went round the corner when the weight came off it. Russell very cool. Lovely car control. 1:35.2. Henri Toivonen, the fastest time downhill so far. And Russell Brooks looks to me as though he's going to beat it. No. An illusion. 1.3 seconds outside Henri Toivonen's time. And this man, Tony Pond, in the Vauxhall Chevette, in fabulous form today. I remind you, it was a Vauxhall Chevette like this that Pentti Irikola took to victory at the Welsh Rallysprint last year. This could be the winning drive. He's got to be very quick indeed, of course. He was going up Escadafid 1.1 seconds faster than Henri Toivonen. So he has got to do the downhill run in 1:34.1 or less. to equal Toivonen and less to beat him. 1:34.1 then must be Tony Pond's target time. Very purposeful, determined looking motor car, and certainly a very purposeful driver. And he's slower on the split, much slower on the split. He's a second slower on the split than Toivonen. It's tremendously critical. They're just about equal on time now. He had to be at least 1 seconds faster than Toivonen, and he was a second slower than him on the split. So it's going to be tremendously close. 1:34.1 is target time, Tony Pond, if he's to equal Toivonen's time, and he's got to be inside it if he's to win, and it looks to me as though he is going to win. Is he? No, he's not. 1:36.4 for Tony Pond, and we're just checking, and it looks to us as though, subject to official confirmation, nevertheless, as though Tony Pond has won by about half a second from Henry Toivonen. There's the confirmation that Tony Pond in the Vauxhall Chevette has won the Pace Petroleum Rally Sprint. That aggregate time of 3 minutes 7.8 seconds was done in spite of the fact that he was locked in third gear all the way down the hill. He went up to astronomical engine revs and won, just beating Henry Toivonen in the Talbot Sunbeam, Tony Pond in the Vauxhall Chevette, by just half a second, with Russell Brooks, a very well-deserved third place in the second Talbot Sunbeam, just 0.4 of a second slower than Toivonen.